To discuss this, our foreign affairs commentator Philip Turle is with me here in the studio. And Philip, first of all, why is France now reducing its military presence in West Africa?
There are two main reasons for this, Nadia. The first one is that there is a feeling amongst French army staff that this is a war that they can't win. This has been dragging on for years, since almost over the past decade, since Operation Barkhane and its predecessor Operation Sahel were both created. It was to stop an advance of jihadists towards the capital of Mali, and that was stopped, but they stayed on the ground to try to fight against the jihadist threat. Now, the perception by France is that they're not going to win that. The jihadists are always one step ahead. They can slip over the border to other countries in the region, outflank the French forces. Coupled with that is an opinion poll in France earlier this year found that 51% of French people now no longer think that Operation Barkhane is a good idea for French forces. So those two elements together have made the French army believe that it's time to stop this operation in its current form. So what they're going to do is, as you were saying, reduce by about 50% the numbers of troops on the ground there. So instead of 5,000, there'll be 2,500 over the next couple of years. And those troops will be used differently than they are at the moment. Basically, to train troops on the ground, the local forces in Mali, to fight those jihadists, saying that they will be better equipped to do that. They know the territory better as well. So that is why France is pulling out of there. And also President Macron, who's given the final go-ahead for this, wants France no longer to be associated with this image of the France-Afrique, France being in control of African countries. So that's a second reason why he's decided to reduce the number of troops there, saying what they can do now is intervene when they have to fight against jihadists basically from the air, but on the ground it's up to local forces to take over.
But there are tensions, aren't there, right now between France and Mali over France's withdrawal, particularly because there have been these reports that Russian mercenaries are effectively going to take the place of French forces. This is from a group called the Wagner Group. Tell us a bit about who they are and why France is so concerned about this.
Well, back in the summer, in June, there was a coup in Mali where a new leadership took over. They have fallen out with France over two issues. One of them is the fact that an argument broke out after France had announced this withdrawal of troops from the new rulers of Mali, saying that basically France was deserting them, and therefore they were calling in what is known as the Wagner Group. There's no real Wagner Group. It's an association, as they say, of a spider web of paramilitaries and businesses based in Russia. And the man who's believed to be overseeing this is called Yevgeny Prigozhin, who's a close associate of the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Now, this Wagner Group has also been active in other countries, notably in Ukraine and the Central African Republic and a few other areas. And it's been known for human rights abuses, trying to extract human raw materials from that area and not respecting the rule of law. That is why France has fallen out with the Malian authorities, saying you cannot bring in these mercenaries. You have got to train your own forces to fight against jihadists.
Philip Turle, thank you very much indeed.